2021 was a big year for NFTs. It's estimated that people spent around $25 billion on them. To put that into context, that's how much the World Bank spent on purchasing and deploying COVID-19 vaccines. Any way you look at it, that's a lot. So what exactly is an NFT, and why are people spending so much money on them? Are they here to stay, or is it just a passing fad? This is KN Explains NFTs. Have you ever heard of the Bored Ape Yacht Club? It's one of the most popular NFTs, and recently Justin Bieber purchased one for 1.3 million US. But he's not the only one. There's a long list of celebrities who have purchased Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs, and other popular ones like CryptoPunks. So what is a Bored Ape? Well, essentially, it's a piece of digital art. Check it out. I mean, it's pretty cool, but $1.3 million for a JPEG? Enter NFTs. NFTs stand for non-fungible tokens. But if I'm gonna be honest, that really doesn't help me understand what it is. There's a lot of terms in this script that we're gonna need to understand in order to even hope to understand NFTs. Let's start with fungible. Essentially, it means something that can be exchanged for something of equal value, or broken up into smaller parts and still equal the whole it was split from. Think money. When you have one $5 bill, you can exchange it for another $5 bill, or a digital transfer of $5. If you break down that $5 bill into 5 loonies, they're just smaller pieces of a $5 bill, and when you add them back up, it's still $5. It's the same thing with gold or cryptocurrency. Non-fungible means that something can't be exchanged or broken down into smaller parts. It means that it's unique or one of a kind. Next up, tokens. A token is defined as something resembling a coin that is issued for a use by a particular group with specific terms. It's also a form of cryptocurrency, like a Bitcoin token. Enough terms for now. We know what the words in NFT means, but what is an NFT? Andreas Park is a professor of finance at the University of Toronto, and he said,
an NFT is in principle just a digital certificate that shows that you own a digital item.
Okay, I get it now. An NFT is a way to give ownership of something digital to an individual. Think of it like a digital signature, where an artist would sign or write their name on their painting. A digital artist would create an NFT. Let's say you don't collect fine art or digital art, and you play video games instead. Andreas thinks that NFTs could apply to this as well.
If you play Roblox and in Roblox you create a game or you create a character or the like, you can be the owner of this, but only as far as Roblox is concerned. Now, what an NFT is something more general. It means that you're an owner of a digital item, irrespective of a firm like Roblox or the like.
Lots of things can be NFTs. Some popular examples are digital art, like the Bored Ape Yacht Club we talked about, or sports moments like NBA Top Shot, even virtual houses in a digital world. Meet Krista Kim, a digital artist who created and sold a digital home for a lot of money.
I wanted to create a digital house that I can visit in virtual reality. The Mars house is the first metaverse house that was sold in the world.
You might be thinking, that's crazy. Someone spent that much money for a virtual house they can't even live in? Well, it comes down to ownership. Buying the NFT proves they own that unique digital house, but that doesn't explain why it's so valuable.
The Mars house is one of the first artworks that really made the world pay attention to the possibilities of owning property and assets in the metaverse. And the only reason why the Mars house can be considered a metaverse house or an asset is because it was minted as an NFT.
Another reason why NFTs can become so valuable is because they are unique. And when something is unique, it creates scarcity. Okay, it's time for another definition. Scarcity means that there isn't very much of something. It can be an object, or in this case, a piece of digital art. When it's only one of its kind, that can lead to people willing to pay extra for it. Okay, this is still really confusing, even with all of our definitions. So let's imagine I become a digital artist and I create my own version of the CBC Kids News logo. I created it on my computer and now I have a finished piece of digital art. But if I just post it online, that means that anyone can copy it or claim it to be their own. In order to make it unique and prove that what I have is the original, I need to add my digital signature. So I make it into an NFT. This process is referred to as minting an NFT. Hold on, we need another definition. Minting, or to mint, is a term that is most commonly used to describe making coins, tokens, or metals. In this case, we are minting NFTs. So, how do I mint this cool piece of art that I created? Well, there's programs online like OpenSea and SuperRare where you can sign up for an account, pay a fee, and mint your artwork into an NFT. Now that my art has been turned into an NFT, I can sell it online and ensure that the buyer knows that they're getting the original piece of art. But how does an NFT make sure that the ownership can be verified? Well, it uses something called blockchain. Another definition? Are you kidding me? Let's let one of the experts take this one.
So blockchain is really quite easily explained as, if you want, a database. It's an infrastructure which allows the storage and transfer of something valuable.
It's often referred to as a digital ledger, a place where you can keep track of transactions of an item or currency. And because blockchain is public, anyone can see and verify who owns it, who sold it and bought it, and who created it. It's really this blockchain that lets NFTs authenticate and track the ownership of a digital asset. Sounds pretty good, right? Certifying ownership of digital art, selling it, which generates value. Pretty cool, right? But not everyone thinks NFTs are a good thing. The biggest criticism is the environment. According to Matt Powell, a senior sports industry advisor who's written articles on NFTs,
it takes a tremendous amount of energy to maintain this history in blockchain.
There are similar criticisms about cryptocurrency and crypto mining. For example, Bitcoin takes up more energy per year than the whole country of Finland, and there's 5.5 million people living there. Another criticism, they are elite. The NFT market is hyped because of wealthy people, like celebrities, buying and selling these pieces of digital art, which increases their value. And their value is volatile. Matt Powell thinks the values of NFTs could crash, meaning they could be super expensive today and worthless tomorrow.
If people keep driving the value of NFTs up and up and up, and all of a sudden one day somebody says, wait a minute, I don't think this is worth that, the whole thing could collapse. We saw that happen with crypto last month, where cryptocurrency had gotten to a very high level, and all of a sudden people decided to head for the exits.
It's like trading cards. You spend a lot of money on specials, hoping they're going to be worth more money in the future. And then something bad happens, like the hockey player loses their mojo, and you realize that no one's going to buy that card anymore.
Anything can happen. It's the Wild West.
But the Wild West, as Matt puts it, didn't last. So will NFTs? Right now, they might be associated with digital art and virtual land and houses, but
you could attach an NFT to a sneaker or an expensive perfume or an expensive handbag, and that creates authenticity for those physical items.
So maybe Bored Apes will increase in value and be the dominant NFTs. Or maybe NFTs and blockchains will be used for things we can't even imagine. Krista Kim even thinks that
NFTs are the building blocks of the metaverse. So eventually NFTs are going to become the architecture of all human exchange. Exchange of ideas and exchange of commerce and exchange of digital assets.
Wow, what a wild journey into the world of NFTs. Maybe once we publish this video, we can mint it into an NFT and sell it. Oh, one sec, my producer's talking to me. Oh, we can't because we're a public broadcaster? We're not in the business of profit? Okay. But you get the idea. That's it for KN Explains. For CBC Kids News, I'm Alexia Sabot. These super smart people helped me navigate the world of NFTs. Andreas Park is a professor of finance at the University of Toronto. Krista Kim is a metaverse artist and NFT creator. Matt Powell is a vice president and senior industry advisor for the NPD Group. I also reference information I found at the following sites: Reuters, New York Times, Wall Street Journal, and CBC.